Have you ever wondered how China, once a poor and isolated nation, has emerged as a global superpower? Today, we journey back in time, tracing the path of this remarkable transformation. We'll explore the humble beginnings, the pivotal turning points, and the strategic decisions that catapulted China from obscurity to the forefront of world power. We'll navigate this tale chronologically, laying bare the intricate process of China's rise. Join us as we delve into the fascinating journey of China's rise to prominence. To truly appreciate the magnitude of China's growth, we must first journey back to its humble beginnings. In the early 20th century, China was a world far removed from the economic titan we are familiar with today. Imagine a nation steeped in poverty, grappling with political instability, and largely isolated from the global community. It was a nation where the vast majority of its population lived in rural areas, eking out a subsistence living through agriculture. The urban centers, few and far between, were not the sprawling metropolises we see today, but rather small, densely populated areas stricken with poverty and hardship. The political landscape of China during this time was far from stable. The early part of the 20th century saw the fall of the Qing dynasty, the last imperial dynasty of China, which had ruled for more than 250 years. This marked the end of over 2 millennia of imperial rule and gave birth to the Republic of China. However, the Republic was fraught with warlord conflicts and power struggles, leading to a period known as the Warlord Era. Furthermore, China found itself largely isolated from the rest of the world. While the Western world was advancing rapidly during the Industrial Revolution, China remained closed off, its economy largely agrarian and its technology far behind. This isolation was not only geographical, but also economic and political. The country had few diplomatic relations and its economy was predominantly inward-looking, with little interaction with the global market. But even in these trying times, the seeds of change were being sown. The Chinese people, known for their perseverance and resilience, were not idle. They were learning, adapting, and most importantly, they were dreaming of a China that could stand tall and proud on the global stage. This was the China of yesteryears, a stark contrast to the superpower that we know today. Every transformation has a turning point, and for China, it was the establishment of the People's Republic in 1949. In the wake of a long and turbulent civil war, China found itself on the precipice of a new era. The establishment of the People's Republic marked the dawn of a period of dramatic change. The new government, led by Chairman Mao Zedong, embarked on a journey of reconstruction, setting the stage for a series of reforms that would fundamentally transform the nation. One of the first steps towards this transformation was the implementation of land reforms. For centuries, the vast majority of China's population had been rural peasants, toiling away on land owned by a small, wealthy elite. The government's new policies sought to rectify this imbalance. Land was seized from the wealthy and redistributed to the poor, a radical move that shifted the balance of power and gave millions of peasants a stake in their country's future. But land reform was just the beginning. The government also launched an ambitious program of industrialization. Factories sprung up across the country, producing everything from steel and cement to textiles and machinery. This industrial revolution was not without its challenges, including periods of economic instability and social upheaval. Yet, despite these hurdles, China was steadily transforming from an agrarian society into an industrial powerhouse. At the same time, the government began taking initial steps towards modernization. Infrastructure projects were launched to improve transportation and communication networks. Education was made compulsory and literacy rates began to rise. Public health initiatives were introduced, leading to significant improvements in life expectancy. These changes were not easy and they did not happen overnight. They required sacrifice, hard work, and a willingness to weather the storm of change. But through these efforts, China was laying the groundwork for its future success. It was setting the stage for its rise from a poor agrarian society to a global economic powerhouse. Through these efforts, China laid the groundwork for its future success. As we enter the late 20th century, we see China beginning to open its doors to the world. The catalyst behind this significant shift was a man named Deng Xiaoping, a transformative leader who came to power after the passing of Mao Zedong. Deng Xiaoping was a pragmatist, and he understood that for China to grow and prosper, it needed to embrace the global economy. Under Deng Xiaoping's leadership, China underwent a series of radical economic reforms. he initiated the open door policy, a strategy that encouraged foreign investment and trade. This was a dramatic departure from the country's previously insular policies, and it marked a new era of economic liberalization. The impact of these reforms was nothing short of revolutionary. Foreign capital began to flow into the country, and soon, China was transformed from a primarily agrarian society to an industrial powerhouse. Factories sprouted up across the nation, producing goods that were exported all over the world. This influx of foreign investment led to an unprecedented period of rapid economic growth, propelling China to the forefront of the global economy. Yet, Deng Xiaoping's reforms were not without controversy. There were those who opposed the opening up of China's economy, fearing that it would lead to an erosion of traditional values and a widening gap between the rich and the poor. Despite these criticisms, Deng Xiaoping remained steadfast in his belief that economic liberalization was the key to China's future. What's truly fascinating about this period in China's history is the speed and scale at which these changes occurred. In just a few decades, China went from being a poor, isolated nation to becoming a key player in the global economy. This dramatic transformation is a testament to the power of economic reform and the resilience of the Chinese people. China's decision to open up its economy was a game-changer, setting the stage for its ascent to global dominance. This was a bold and strategic move, one that fundamentally altered the course of China's history and reshaped the global economic landscape. In the 21st century, China has emerged as a global superpower, a force to be reckoned with. Let's delve into the modern China, a titan of the 21st century. With its robust economy and political prowess, China has carved a niche for itself on the global stage. It stands today as the world's largest exporter, a testament to its industrial might and entrepreneurial spirit. Its products and goods, ranging from electronics to textiles, have found their way to every corner of the globe, shaping lifestyles and economies. China's economic ascension didn't happen overnight. It was a carefully orchestrated symphony of reforms and policies that propelled the country to its current standing. The shift from a centrally planned economy to a market-oriented one has fueled this extraordinary transformation. Now China boasts the second largest economy in the world, only trailing behind the United States, and continues to grow at an impressive pace. But it's not just about the money. China's political influence has been expanding as well. The country's diplomatic reach extends far and wide, with its involvement in international organizations like the United Nations and the World Trade Organization. China's Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure project spanning across multiple continents, is a clear demonstration of its ambition to reshape the global economic landscape. Despite its rapid growth and expanding influence, China faces its own set of challenges. Issues like income inequality, environmental degradation, and an aging population pose substantial hurdles for the nation's sustainable growth. Yet, China's capacity to adapt and innovate gives it a fighting chance to overcome these obstacles. China today is a far cry from the poor and isolated nation it once was. It's a story of resilience, ambition, and determination, a story that continues to unfold, shaping the course of global history. From a poor and isolated nation, China has transformed into a global powerhouse. China's journey to global prominence is indeed a remarkable one. From its humble beginnings, this nation has risen like a phoenix from the ashes, demonstrating resilience in the face of adversity and an indomitable spirit. The story of China is one of transformation, a poor village that has grown into a global powerhouse. The turning point in this tale came with the establishment of the People's Republic, a pivotal moment that laid the foundation for China's future growth. This was a period of significant change, with the nation undergoing a radical restructuring that would ultimately pave the way for its ascent on the world stage. Following this, the opening up of its economy marked another major milestone in China's history. This strategic move allowed the nation to tap into global markets, bolstering its economic strength and propelling it towards superpower status. Now in the 21st century, China stands tall as a global superpower, its influence felt across the world. Its remarkable journey from poverty to prosperity is a testament to the nation's sheer determination and strategic planning. In the grand tapestry of history, China's story is a compelling one, a narrative of growth, transformation, and extraordinary progress. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: China's influence in the world is set to continue growing.